Yo, welcome back to another edition of the Speak Up Now podcast, and I'm your host, Darius Silver, Mr. GQ, a podcast where I bring hard discussions, hard topics, hard conversations, but empowering you, the viewer right now, all the people who watch this particular podcast and my episodes, to speak up. No matter if it's good, bad, the ugly, empowering you that your opinion matters, and empowering the masses that speaking up is a good thing. So if you're a new viewer, thank you for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button. Go watch my previous episodes and share this video. And if you're a returning viewer, as always, much love to you, much appreciated. So, but before I get into the topic of this particular episode, I gotta ask you guys one question. People who haven't done this already, why haven't you subscribed yet? It takes zero time. It takes 0 seconds. I promise you won't regret it. So do me a favor, hit the subscribe button right now. Go to my social media platforms. Check those content videos or episodes out. Follow my personal Instagram, my business Instagram, and my Facebook as well. So it takes no time. So like I said, what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button. Go follow my social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, this particular platform, and I promise you won't regret it. So do that for me. But if you're ready for today's episode, like this video, and as always, you know how we do it. Let's ride. So I'm excited for today's episode because it's something I really wanted to talk about for a long time, but I could never really picture in my mind how I really wanted to talk about it. So I finally came up with a big picture how I want to talk about for this particular topic in this particular episode. So I'm ecstatic, happy, excited for today's episode, for today's topic, and I feel like you are too, the viewer. And hopefully you guys will leave no holds bars on this particular episode. Give me your opinion in the comment section. Give me your opinion. Message me on any type of platform. I promise you I want to hear you guys' opinion, so leave no holds bars. So I'm very excited for today's episode because it involves me, everybody in the world, because it's a very important topic. For today's topic is the real reason why in today's generation why it's hard to find real relationships. All right, I'm gonna say it one more time. In today's generation, it is so hard to find genuine, pure, real relationships. So it's not excluding men or women. This includes everybody, right? I'm gonna give a perspective from a man's side and from a woman's side, right? In today's climate, not 1990, not 1980, not the early 2000s, but in today's climate, in 2023 and beyond, the digital age, the social media age, and the age where everything is about the blue, the blah, all this type of stuff, it's hard to find real, genuine, long-term relationships that people actually care on both sides. I feel like this is an important topic that should be talked about and that should be spoke up on. And I'm here for it. And hopefully you guys are here for it too, because this topic should be talked about. Because it gets on my nerves that today's climate, in the social media age, digital age, that on both sides, men and female, it's hard to find genuine connections and genuine relationships without having outside factors, external factors, getting in the way of that. And right, and when I say the social media digital age, the social media and digital age are kind of brainwashing people my age, people older than me, people the same age as me, even younger than me a little bit. It's kind of brainwashing that thing about a relationship is about, oh, he or she has to have this much money, has this, has that, all the clothes in the world, or the cars in the world, the house, the apartment, or the fancy career, you know, has this, has that. And if that particular person doesn't, man or female, he's not for me. And that's the issue in 2023, that everybody sees stuff on social media. Oh, this particular celebrity couple, or this particular couple you see on social media, a YouTube couple, or a couple that's kind of big or kind of known in society or known locally or nationally. They see that and they think that's what a relationship is all about, right? It's like, yes, a relationship is about having real connection, going places, but a relationship is found differently. sometimes. You can't find the same relationship the same way another couple did. Or you can't find a relationship have the same things that that couple has, right? You can't find that. And so from a man's perspective, I'm gonna talk about this particular subject first. From a man's perspective, since I'm a man, a black man at that, I'm a man, right? For a man has a hard time in today's climate to find a real connection, genuine relationship, or genuine connection for the opposite sex of a woman or female. The real reason why is women get too caught up. Hear me out. Women get too caught up with what that particular man doesn't have. Like the woman always looking for the perfect thing. From a man's perspective, I'm gonna get to the female perspective too, but from a man's perspective, a woman is always looking for the most perfect thing, what they used to have, looking for, or what they see on TV, social media, or whatsoever, or in the news. Those three things, and it's hard, and it really bugs me to a core because a woman never gives that specific man a time of day, a time to say a sentence, it's a time to, you know what I'm saying, do this or do that, take on a date, have a real conversation, engaged conversation to get to know someone. That doesn't happen nowadays, in person or through phone. It doesn't happen anymore. And it really pisses me off because I'm like, what does, from a man's perspective, we are asking ourselves is, what do y'all females want, right? And female, always you see on social media, bragging on social media, I want me a man this, I want me a man that, or, you know, I wish my man could do this for me, or I need a man that does this. But then you have 5 or 10 men trying to talk to you, and you telling me that you can't find one genuine connection, one man out of that particular 10 in person or through social media or through however you meet them. You can't have a real conversation with them, but you steady on social media or steady off in person or bragging about, oh, it's hard to find a real connection nowadays, or it's hard to find this, find that, when you kind of neglecting and not really understanding, oh, have people trying to talk to me, seem interested in me, and you're not giving the time of day. So you kind of ask yourself, whose fault is it? Because whose fault is it? That really kind of gets to my nerves, and I'm pretty sure it gets to other man's nerves too. That's why it's coming from a man's perspective. You ask yourself, really, is it a man's problem or is it a woman's problem? Why they can't find a genuine connection? Because is it neglect? Is it a lack of care? Is it a lack of not trying? You gotta ask yourself that, right? So I can get deep into it more from a man's perspective because obviously I'm a man. So like I'm not gonna go too deep and try to run for some factors, but that's from a man's perspective. Now let me jump into a woman's perspective. And forgive me if I don't have the perspective right, because obviously I'm not a woman. So if you're a woman out there watching this video, please leave a comment. Please hit me up on social media if you would like to go deep into your full opinion so I can hear your opinions out. So please let me know. So let me get back to a woman's perspective. In today's climate, a woman's perspective, I feel like, I might be wrong, hear me, I might be wrong, but 2 reasons. A woman's perspective is number one, all men want one thing. They want to, you know what I'm saying, get the cookie, you know what I'm saying, get the sweets, and move on. Or they have an end goal in mind. After they get that end goal, they're out. That's number one, right? That's what all women think most of the time. 9 times, I'm not saying all women are like that, but 9 times out of 10, women think like that. Number two, the reasons why women have a hard time finding a genuine connection, or think that it's hard to find a genuine connection. Their expectations are so damn high, and that's not a problem. That's not a problem by having high expectations, because us men have expectations too. We want things too. You know, we want things in a woman we want things in a woman that we actually want in life. We have expectations too, but a woman's perspective is like, he has to have these 10 things, or it's a deal breaker. If he's missing this one thing, it's a deal breaker, right? Or if I see this on social media, I see this on TV or automatically it's a wrap. I can't have. It's a wrap. I'm not giving nobody a chance if he doesn't have this as a couple you see on YouTube, or a couple you see on TV, a celebrity couple, or music couple, or sports athlete couple. If it's not that, I'm not trying. But you over here being single for what, 3, 4, 5 years, saying that I don't need no man in my life. I'm just waiting for the right person to come by. We have 5 years that's passed by, and you're thinking that all men are the same, or you reaching for the highest expectation to the moon. And it's fine, it's okay, but who is that affecting in the end run, and who's that affecting in the long run? You gotta ask yourselves that question. So I'm giving a perspective from both sides of the aisle, and best believe I understand both perspectives. But in today's climate, in today's generation, you ask yourself, like, damn, is social media really brainwashing me, or are other couples really brainwashing me and think what real relationships is about, or what real genuine couples are about? You gotta ask yourself that. Because believe me, in today's climate, it's hard to find a genuine connection on both sides. But you gotta look at the fact that most people in today's climate, I don't care if you're older, younger, same age or what, most people are brainwashed on these what they think real relationships are. And you might ask me, are you in a relationship, or are you, well, how have your relationships gone in the past, present, or future? In my personal opinion, I'm an old soul. I'm an old school. So I see things differently. I might see things on social media, because obviously everybody's on social media nowadays. She watch TV, watch the news, whatever. But like, I don't say, oh, if she doesn't have this as this particular couple, it's a dumb breaker. You gotta have some type of sacrifice in there, right? So I mean, like, if she's same age as you, female, from a man, for the fellas out there, doesn't matter if she's the same age as you, older, it shouldn't matter. Same for the females. If he's the same age as you, a little bit older, a little bit younger, it shouldn't matter, right? And I want you guys to think about that, honestly, because it's like, think about that in 2023, it's gonna keep on happening as time keeps on going, as a year go by, 2 years go by, 5 years go by, more people become more brainwashed. It's gonna be harder and harder and harder to find relationships and have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, a fiance, a marriage. It's gonna be hard, right? Why do you think there's so many divorces happening nowadays? Why do you think there's so many breakups going up nowadays? Why do you think there's so many people on social media talking about I want a man, I want a female, or you see so many people trying to go on dates with whoever? Why you think that, right? They brag, or they always saying this or that, but one side of the aisle, both sides of the aisle, are complaining, or not putting effort, or just brainwash. And I decided to talk about this particular topic because it's a human topic. It applies to all genders, all races, and it's happening every single day. And I'm here for it. And I want to hear your guys' opinion about it. Because this particular topic should be talked about deeper and deeper until when people decide to actually think about to themselves what they're doing in their quote unquote love lives, or how they see things towards other genders on the other side of the aisle. How they say, oh, am I doing this the right way, or am I going about this way and going about this process the right way, or oh, he or she said this, he might has a point, or she might has a point, right? Until us as people, me included, come to a different way of thinking, it's still gonna stay the same. It's still gonna stay the same. So it was time for me to speak about this topic, because I've had this type of topic in my mind, but I could never bring into a big picture topic. And I actually thought about it, and I was like, okay, it clicked. So it was time to talk about it. And now I say again, in today's climate, today's generation, sad to say, relationships are hard to come by because people are brainwashed. And like I said, me being an old soul, me loving old school ways, 80s and 90s music, R&B music exclusively, even early 2000s, but mostly 80s and 90s old school music, knowing how their ways were. There was no social media back then, so they went about relationships differently. You know what I'm saying? They had different ways of showing the woman or showing the man what love really is. So that's what type of stage, even though I'm young, yeah, that's what type of stage I'm at now with my life. I'm like, I'm so old school with my ways. I love it, and I'm proud of it. And that's what I grew up on. That's what I was raised up on, old school ways. That's why I think I love old school music so much. Why I think I love old school movies as much. It goes hand in hand. It makes you think differently. It brings you a sense of new perspective and ways of sensitivity and ways of understanding different perspectives. All right. So if you enjoyed today's topic, give this video a thumbs up. If you enjoyed today's topic, share this video. Obviously subscribe. Go check out my social media platforms as always on Facebook and Instagram. And most importantly, leave me your opinion in the comment section, or please, please reach out to me directly and give me your opinion. Whatever platform you can reach me on, because I really want to dig deeper into it. Again, this podcast is about speaking up, and I encourage you always watching this video, man or female, white, black, blue, yellow, whatsoever, speak up, because it's only right. I guarantee it'll make you feel better. You got your opinion off your chest. But if you enjoyed today's episode, I'm glad you did. So make sure you come back for another episode soon. I'm keeping these episodes coming, so make sure you come back for another episode. It's releasing soon. And yeah, but I'm Darius Silver, aka Mr. GQ, and we're gonna end this episode the right way, as we always do. So, as always, stay mellow, keep that mellow mind, stay focused. So, stay focused as always. Keep that straight path, keep that mellow mindset, peace mindset. As my man Cam Newton says, one finger, one pinky, one thumb, one love. Boom.